Is this a trial, Ms. Yeager? That
I believe it is.
Okay, I didn't know.
He's not disclosing who he is
Religious. This is now a religious experience. You have a belief.
Here, and then your assistant.
Yes.
All right.
Chair over here. Pull out if you need to. Actually, here, I'll just have a seat right there. All right.
All right. This is the matter of the State of Ohio versus Timothy Gordon II. It's case 25 CRB 1229. And you're Mr. Gordon. Is that correct, sir?
I'm representing the estate. I'm the executor of the estate trust, and I'm here to settle the matter at hand.
You didn't answer my question.
I am not the all capital straw man. I am the living man.
Well, there's somebody sitting in this chair who's a living, breathing individual.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes, sir. And I'm not a corporation like you guys are. I'm not. I'm
Well,
getting business together.
you may believe that, sir, and
No, that's the
I'm
truth.
not going to try to get you to believe other than what you believe.
Yeah.
But you, according to the record here, is you would be Timothy J. Gordon II,
The living man.
and we're here today on a bench trial in this matter. Are the parties ready to proceed?
The state is, Your Honor.
All right. And Mr. Gordon, you're not represented by counsel.
No, I do not consent to these hearings. I do not wish to contract.
I hear what you're saying, and
Sir,
I'm sitting up here prepared to hear any evidence regarding what occurred
there
in
is no
this
probable cause in
case.
the whole case.
I'm
sorry. I
I'm
apologize.
speaking.
Apologize.
Yeah. And we're going to go to a trial in this matter today. Whether you wish to be if you wish to be represented, you can be represented by counsel.
Nope.
And if you can't afford an attorney, the court would appoint an attorney to represent.
Today's defendant claims he's not actually the person the court thinks he is. He calls himself the living man and refuses to identify himself to police. Let's see how the judge responds when this unusual argument hits the courtroom.
It's your prerogative.
Yes,
I don't know that it's the wisest prerogative, but it is your prerogative. Here's how trials are conducted, Mr. Gordon. The State of Ohio, Ms. Yeager, who represents the State of Ohio, will be presenting evidence through witnesses who are sworn. And those witnesses will take the witness stand here and tell the court whatever Ms. Yeager asks of those witnesses. At the conclusion of their testimony, you have the opportunity to ask questions regarding the testimony of the individual, and that's called cross-examination.
Yes, sir.
If you have questions, please make sure that they're relevant to the testimony and not something that's irrelevant. All right?
Yes, sir.
Once the state has presented its evidence, you may present whatever evidence you wish to present. You may testify on your own behalf, but you're not required to do so. However, if you choose to testify, you yourself will be sworn, and then you can tell the court what you want to tell the court. You can do it from right where you're seated. You don't have to come up to the witness stand.
Question, sir?
Sure.
Is this a court of records?
Yeah, we're recording right now.
And I got one more question. Can I ask who signs your paychecks?
State of Ohio signs my paychecks.
Can I ask who signs your paychecks?
I assume it's the city of Newark.
I moved for dismissal.
And I'm going to deny that. Congratulations. Now, you can then testify in this matter. And once any evidence you present to the court is completed, then the court will make a determination as to whether the state has proved its case beyond a reasonable doubt. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you have any questions regarding procedure?
Yeah, I'd like the probable cause is what I'd like to know. There is no probable cause.
Well, there was probable cause that was found previously, and you were arraigned in this matter on September the 22nd of this year. But I don't know if it was Judge Stansbury or Judge George, but this has been assigned to Judge Stansbury. Now, I'm a retired judge. I'm not Judge Stansbury. I'm David Landefeld. I'm a retired judge sitting by assignment of the Ohio Supreme Court. So there has been probable cause found in this
How's
matter.
that?
Pardon me?
I've never been told there has been. How's that? Can you explain to me how there's been probable cause? I was walking down the street going nothing, mind my business, and stopped by the police.
Well, maybe you'll hear that in the trial today, sir. I don't know.
Yeah.
And maybe the court will hear it. And maybe there's nothing there. I don't know. I haven't heard any evidence. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I understand.
All right.
I overstand.
All right. Ms. Shager, do you have an opening statement?
No, Your Honor, we waive that.
All right. And Mr. Gordon, do you have an opening statement?
Yes.
Yes. Go ahead.
I feel that this should be dismissed under several different reasons and causes. But there was no probable cause to stop me. I was just walking down the street, on my way to work, minding my business, not breaking any laws whatsoever. Walking down the street, and a police officer pulled in front of me, stopped me, and demanded to know who I was, which is that's not the law. I don't have to tell him who I was. I was doing nothing wrong whatsoever. There is no probable cause for me to be in this courtroom sitting here right now.
Okay. Appreciate that. Ms. Yeager, you may call your first witness.
Thank you. The state will call Officer Wingate.
Please remain standing, just raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or do you affirm that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury?
I do.
Please be seated. For the record, please state your full name and spell your last name.
Lindy Wingate, Wingate.
And then please give your work address.
39 South 4th Street, Newark, Ohio.
Thank you.
All right. You may proceed, Ms. Yeager.
Officer, how long have you been employed by the City of Newark Police Department?
6.5 years.
6.5 years. And were you working on September 19th of this year?
Yes.
And what shift or what hours were you working?
First shift, 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m.
Okay. Were you wearing the appropriate uniform like you are in court today?
Yes.
And were you operating a marked cruiser with a working visible light bar?
Yes.
Have you had all required training and certifications required by Newark Police?
Yes.
Thank you. On that day, did you and other officers respond to a scene in the city of Newark where a gentleman was detained for purposes of determining if he had a warrant?
Yes.
Okay. Now, just to clarify, would that include you, Officer Taylor to my left, Officer Fairfield, and Officer Ellis?
Yes.
Okay. And when a warrant is put into leads for a suspect, what kind of information is input in the system?
It has obviously their name, the last listed address on record, their weight, their height, any tattoos, color of their eyes, hair.
It's basically all the demographics and identifying markers.
Yes.
Okay. So is a photograph of all of these things also input into the system?
Not of the tattoos, but of their face. Yes.
Okay. And do they give a description of any tattoos or scars if there are?
Yes.
Okay. So when you were at the scene trying to help determine if a person had a warrant, were you able to look at the photograph that was in leads for that person?
Yes.
Okay. And does the person who was in that photograph, are they in the courtroom today?
Yes.
And could you please point out where he is seated and describe what he is wearing?
Yes. He's in a blue, we'll go with a jumpsuit.
Thank you. Your Honor, let the record reflect the witness identified the defendant.
It will.
Thank you. So while you and the other officers were on the scene, did you ask that gentleman, the defendant, to give you his name and identifying information?
I don't know that I did. Officer Ellis did multiple times, along with Officer Fairfield.
And did the defendant ever give them his name and identifying information?
No.
And do you recall what what he was wearing that day?
I believe, yeah, I know a white T-shirt on with some kind of marking on the T-shirt.
And based on your training and experience, is if you suspect a person on the street has a warrant, is that a lawful reason to detain them to confirm if they do or do not?
Yes.
Your Honor, may I approach the witness?
Yes.
I'm going to show you what's marked as Plaintiff's Exhibit 1. There's 2 photographs here. Did you look at those? And who's in these photos?
Timothy Gordon.
Okay. And is this the gentleman that was on the scene on September 19th?
Yes.
Okay. And is that the same person that is the defendant?
Yes.
Nothing further for Officer Wingate at this time.
All right. Mr. Gordon, at this point, you may ask the officer any questions that you have regarding her testimony.
Yes, sir. Did you take a constitutional oath?
Your Honor, I'm going to object to this point of how that is relevant to any of the events that occurred on September 19th, nor is it relevant to the qualifications or competency of the officer.
I'm going to sustain that objection, Mr. Gordon. I don't know how that.
Because if she don't know her oath, then how does she know her job?
I don't know that it's required. I mean, she said she cannot, you can't recite your oath that you took
Correct.
word for word. Is that
Correct.
what you're
Can you
saying?
cite any of it? Like, I mean.
Okay,
So
so that she's answered that question. She can't recite it, but it's not relevant whether it needs to be recited or not. Is what I would tell you.
Yes, sir. That's all.
No further
No
questions.
further.
Ms. Yeager, any
No redirect, Your Honor.
redirect? All right, you may step down.
Thank you.
You may call your next witness.
The state would call Officer Taylor.
Please remain standing. Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or do you affirm that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury? You may be seated. For the record, please state your full name and spell your last name.
Cameron Taylor, Taylor.
And your work address, please.
39 South 4th Street, North Ohio.
Thank you.
You may proceed, Ms. Yeager.
Thank you. Officer Taylor, were you employed by the city of Newark as a law enforcement officer as of September 19th of this year?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And were you on duty with Officer Fairfield that day?
Yes.
Okay. Did you respond to a scene with Officer Ellis and Officer Wingate as well?
Yes.
And was that location in the city of Newark in Licking County, Ohio?
Yes.
For your job duties that day, did that include responding to calls for service, assisting other officers, and traffic enforcement?
Yes.
And did you receive all required training by the department?
Yes.
Were you wearing a marked uniform like you are in court?
Yes.
And were you operating a marked cruiser with a working visible light bar?
Yes.
So when you responded to the scene to assist Officers Ellis and Wingate, did they have a person detained?
Yes.
Do you recall what that person was wearing?
Yes, he was in a white shirt and black gym shorts.
Your officer, may I approach the witness?
Yes.
Showing you 2 photographs marked as plaintiff's exhibits 1. Is that the gentleman that you saw on scene that day?
Yes.
And this was the gentleman detained by Officer Ellis?
Yes.
Thank you. So, as you were on scene, were officers trying to identify the gentleman they had?
Yes.
Okay. And did one of the officers ask him his name or identifying information?
Yes, multiple times.
Okay. Did he ever provide that?
No.
So in the information that is uploaded into leads regarding identifying markers, did they include tattoos for Timothy Gordon?
Yes.
Okay. Were you able to verify any of the tattoos that were described in leads?
Yes.
Okay. Do you recall which ones?
Yes.
Which ones were they?
It was the tribal tat on the upper left arm and then the skull on the forearm, as well as the hearts on the right eye.
Okay. And Your Honor, I'm going to show what's marked as plaintiffs 2. Here are some photographs here. Could you flip through all 3 of those for me real quick? Okay. And who's
If you're enjoying these real courtroom moments and want to see more unbelievable cases like this, make sure to hit the like button. It really helps the channel grow and brings you more wild courtroom stories.
Whose tattoos are those?
Timothy Gordon's.
And were these what he was wearing at the scene?
Yes.
And those are the tattoos that were described in leads
Yes.
for the warrant? Okay. Do you see Timothy Gordon in the courtroom today?
Yes.
Okay. Could you please just point out where he's seated and describe what he was wearing, please?
He's right there in a blue jumpsuit.
Your Honor, let the record reflect the witness identify the defendant.
It will.
Thank you. Did Mr. Gordon have any possessions on his person when he was detained?
Yes.
Okay. And was that a bag with some things in it?
Yes.
In that bag was a credit card found? To your... Okay. And Your Honor, I'm showing us plaintiff's 3. This is a photograph of a credit card. Whose name is on that?
Timothy Gordon.
Thank you. And when this gentleman, was he ultimately transported to the Licking County Jail?
Yes.
Okay. And was he booked in as a John Doe or is he booked in as Timothy Gordon?
Timothy Gordon.
Thank you. Nothing further for Officer Taylor.
All right. Cross-examination of Officer Taylor.
Was you the officer that pulled up on me when I was walking down the street?
No, it's
Do you
not.
see him in the courtroom at all?
No.
Okay, thank you. That's all.
The state would seek to admit plaintiffs' exhibits 1, 2, and 3, and then the state would rest.
All right. Thank you. Mr. Gordon, do you have any objection to those exhibits being admitted into evidence?
Yes, because that was illegally searched. That was illegally stopped. So yes, I have objections to.
All right. Your objection will be overruled. They'll be admitted.
Thank you, Your Honor.
At this point, Mr. Gordon, the state has rested, and you may present whatever evidence you wish to present at this time. And
I can't, Your Honor, because the person the 2 officers that arrested me, that pulled up on me, is not even in the courtroom. So I can't say what I want to say because they're not even here. I can't prove my case because they're not even here.
what is it that you're trying to prove?
I would like to ask them questions, and they're not even here to ask questions too. And I rest.
Okay. So let me get this straight. You first of all, you don't have any physical evidence you wish to present.
I just want
And-
to ask questions to the person that'll.
No, I hear what you're saying. And in the absence of those that officer or those officers, you're saying that you're unable to present any
Yes, because they're not even here to even ask questions too, and they're the ones that stopped me illegally.
Okay.
I don't feel like
Let
I
me-
get a fair chance.
Let me ask a question. What was there a valid warrant for Mr. Gordon's arrest?
Yes, Your Honor, and that's what he's being held in on for felonies.
Okay. Well, the fact that there was a warrant for your arrest and that you were stopped for that, whether the officers who hold on,
Sorry.
whether those officers who stopped you are present or not, there was a reason for you to be stopped.
No, there
and you
wasn't.
say I hear what you're saying. But based upon this, what the court has heard, and I'm noting your objections. First of all, is there closing argument on behalf of the state here, Ms. Yeager?
Your Honor, just briefly, we believe we presented evidence today beyond a reasonable doubt that the defendant, while on the streets in the city of Newark, were stopped lawfully by Newark Police Department because the officers recognized him as Timothy Gordon, who had a valid warrant. They asked him for his name, address, and so forth in order to confirm for certain that it was indeed him. When he refused to do so, they were able to verify that through his tattoos to verify he did actually have a valid active warrant. And yet, throughout the entirety of the interaction, he failed to disclose his name, address, or date of birth as requested.
All right. Mr. Gordon?
Yes, sir.
Closing argument?
If I would have felt like I would have did something wrong and I stopped for a reason, I would have disclosed my information. I have no reason not to disclose my information. I didn't know about anything, but they're talking about, like they say, she says I had warrants because they're trying to, because when I got pulled over that day in that bag, I had a firearm, but I'm not a convicted felon. So that's what she's saying, warrants, but I don't have no warrants. I didn't know I had the one warrant. I didn't have it 3 years ago. Like, I don't understand. Like, if I would have known that, if I did nothing wrong. I was just walking down the street. That's all I was doing, was going on my way to work. I was just on my way to work. Wasn't causing no problems. I didn't do anything illegal. I was just walking, and I've had these warrants for multiple years. Like, I don't understand. Like, if I'd have known, I would have. If I did something wrong, if I felt like I'd done something wrong, I would have disclosed the information. Not a bad person. I take care of my kids at work. I don't do drugs. I just take care of my business. I'm a upstanding citizen. I try to do the best I can do, and I didn't think I did anything wrong. I don't think, because I know that in order for me to disclose who I am, that's violating my rights, because I don't have to give them my information because I didn't do anything wrong. Like, I was just walking to work. I wasn't harming anybody. I wasn't cussing. I wasn't even talking. I was just walking head down the way to work. That's all it was about. I wasn't doing anything wrong. That's why I feel like that's why I didn't disclose my information. I feel like I didn't have to.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Gordon. Well, you're wrong about the law. Okay, that's you. You may think you were doing nothing wrong, and if there is a warrant, if the police have a warrant, they have the right to ask you questions to identify that you are the individual who is subject to that warrant to arrest. Now, you spoke. My turn.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So they have a reason to ask you questions. You have an obligation under Section 2921.29 to give personal information that would either allow them to say you are the person subject to that arrest warrant or you're not. It's real simple. And it's not a violation of your rights for them to do that. So the court is going to find you guilty of this charge. Now, Ms. Yeager, do you have a recommendation on sentencing here?
Yes, Your Honor.
If this courtroom case surprised you, don't forget to subscribe. We upload real courtroom drama, shocking verdicts, and unbelievable legal moments every single week.